Hello there, citizens of a galaxy called Dallas. James here. I've been trying for the last day and a half, 2 days, to do a video of mine and the kids' visit to Alamo Drafthouse and to see Spider-Man Far From Home. And yet I've been running into problems. I don't know if it's the video or if it's YouTube itself, so I'm going to try this again. All the videos that I've been doing so far have run about 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to keep this a little bit shorter. Maybe that's the problem. So in the meantime, Tuesday at all the Alamo Drafthouse cinemas, in case you're not familiar, and I find it hard to believe if anybody has not been to an Alamo yet. If you haven't, you got to get there, especially on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are $5 Tuesdays. Any movie, any of the showings, only $5. And on top of that, it's Taco Tuesday. So you've got good taco platters that they do as well. In fact, we ate light that day. We just got the chips and queso with the ground beef and the guacamole, and it was so good. Lily enjoyed it, and it was enough that it filled us up. So, and of course, she had to get churros, even though she was full when it was all over with. Churros are very good too. But yes, $5 Tuesdays and Taco Tuesday on top of that. So we decided we were going to hit the Lake Highlands Alamo Drafthouse. Normally the one we go to is the one at 75 and Beltline, the DFW Drafthouse. And upon walking into the Lake Highlands, if you haven't been there, it's at Abrams and Skillman, which it's in the same shopping center as the old Lone Star comic shop that used to be there. It's a big intersection where you got Skillman and Abrams, and it's kind of a weird intersection. It comes in at different angles. But there's a Jake's Hamburgers right across from the shopping center. Jake's Hamburgers is really, really good, too. That's an old Dallas establishment that's been around for a long, long time. And so, anyway, that's where it's located at. And if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the newer locations that they've got. When you walk in, it's very, very much straightforward, plain lobby. The one really striking feature for it is there's a huge patch of carpet in the center of it. And when you step onto this carpet, you feel like you're going to sink through it. It's so soft. But it was brought to our attention that the pattern is from a very familiar movie, from a very familiar setting. And I remembered the movie. And when the lady that had mentioned it to us said something about where the location, I couldn't remember the location offhand, but of all things, my 9-year-old daughter pulls it out of the air and tells us what the name of the place was. And I was very surprised by it because we haven't seen the movie. And I'll drop a hint, it's from a horror movie. And she's not a big horror fan, but she remembered the name of the place. And so now I'm watching her YouTube habits really, really close, if you know what I mean. So, if you've been into the 75 and Beltline location, it's a really cool place. It's very, when you walk in the double doors into the lobby area, there's a huge giant robotic hand sticking out of a window on the opposite wall that draws you in. It's the center of the room. That's really, really cool. And you've also got video games, the old arcade video games. I think they've got a Miss Pac-Man and a Galaga, which was my game back in the day. There's a photo booth, and then there's the bar. At the Lake Highlands, it's just a lobby with the cool carpet and everything. So when you walk in, you get your ticket. There's really no reason to hang out there. You go on into the theater area, find your theater, and sit down. And there is a bar there, but I'm not exactly sure where it's at because it wasn't like the kids said, "Hey, Pop, I got to have one," and so we didn't go searching for it. I'm sure another night will come up when I go, and I'll take some friends, and we'll hit the bar area and check it out. But we went on into the theater. We were very surprised to find that they had the leather recliners for your chairs, which was amazing. We got a big kick out of that, except my big behind kept forcing my keys up against the controls. So halfway through the movie, I'd switch, turn a certain way. The keys would press the button. Next thing you know, my feet are coming up. and I'm leaning back. And so I'd hit the buttons and come back again. And then all of a sudden the keys would catch it again, and there is my feet again. But I finally got that fixed. Enough about my big behind. So, in addition to all that, the seats were great. The food is always great at all the Alamos. The service is great. The sound is impeccable, and overall, Alamo is great. The Lake Highlands. So if you get a chance, go check it out. And if you're up for a drink one night, let me know, and we'll meet up and we'll check out the bar. I'll find something to do with the kid. In the meantime, we saw Spider-Man Far From Home, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's a great movie. I'm going to leave this review spoiler-free because I know there's still some people out there that probably have not seen it yet. So I'm not going to do any spoilers. But the big thing is, it's a great movie. It's not top of the line. It's a perfect family film, too. Granted, some of the previews that they led into it with were a little weird. But that's, what really gets me about this movie is it ties into the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, really, really well. It plays a lot on the loss of Tony Stark. And if you haven't seen Endgame yet, come on, people, go see it. It plays on the loss of Tony Stark a lot. It also kind of leads to maybe some ideas for movies down the line. And one thing that I really love about it is the fact that Tom Holland is my favorite Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I like him above all the others, and it's because he really gets the goofy teen, the smart kid who doesn't really have a lot of confidence, and then the chemistry between him and Zendaya, who plays MJ. She's great too. She's cute, she's smart, she's sarcastic, she's intelligently sarcastic. There's times when you don't know if she's being serious or, it's always that she catches you off guard, and Tom Holland plays to that so well, and I love them as characters. The Jake Gyllenhaal, great as Mysterio. For all you folks that have seen the comics and know Mysterio's background and everything, this one's you're gonna like it. To quote Detective Pikachu, very twisty. There's a lot of twists and turns in it, so you'll like it. Really the only thing that there was kind of a drawback was from the kid. There's a scene that happens between two of the characters, and you know who it's going to be, but there's an on-screen kiss, and typical 9-year-old, she's shoving her face in my arms and going, ew, and I kept asking her, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? And she goes, it's just really awkward. And so I told her, I said, keep it that way. Yes, that will always be awkward. Keep it that way. So, but other than that, out of a 10, I'd give it somewhere between an 8 and a 9. Which is kind of where it's tracking right now with other reviews and stuff. A friend of mine gave it a 7. Some people, I've always been a very easygoing movie buff. It does not take a lot to entertain me. I think I've walked out of maybe 2 movies in my entire lifetime. Electric Boogaloo, Breakin' 2, and I can't remember the second one, and because that's how bad it was. But one of the big things, really big about the movie was the music, the soundtrack. I'm not sure exactly if there's going to be a soundtrack for it, but a lot of the music that they used, like at the end, the Go-Go's Vacation was played. They did the Jam, the Specials, the Ramones, lots of British music or punk rock music, and it just really, really fit the tone and the vibe of the movie, and I loved it. And I would love it if they did do a soundtrack for it. In the meantime, I just hop on my subscription service and find the songs and download them like that. So all in all, I give it between an 8 and a 9, maybe about an 8.5, and the kid gives it an awkward, but other than that, she loved the movie, big thumbs up. She had a lot of fun with it, and to me, that's the best part, when you've got your kid enjoying the movie too. So in the meantime, One quick note, if you've been watching the post on Facebook and everything, AMC this month, or no, Turner Classic Movies, TCM, they are doing every Tuesday night is sci-fi movie night at Out of This World is what they're doing it. And there's a big schedule. If you check the Facebook post, the feed, there is a schedule on there. And every Tuesday night, it's like 6 or 7 sci-fi movies in a row. Great stuff. This past Tuesday night was a big one with War of the Worlds and The Forbidden Planet, which is a big favorite of mine, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, all from the 50s and 60s. So check the schedule and set up a DVR, or in my case, I'm going to go find a VCR. Hey, Eli, I might need to get one from you. And in the meantime, follow us on Facebook. Check out our blog page. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. That's about all I can. I'm scattered. And I hope you're having a great week. In the meantime, let us know if you've seen the movie. Did you like it? What would you rate it as? What were your favorite parts? What were your not so favorite parts? If you're not going to go see the movie, why not? Also, if there's any movies that are coming up that you're interested in, let us know. Drop it in the comments below, or hop on Facebook and let us know. We're everywhere. I'm always checking everything. And don't forget, as always, in closing, read more comics, play more games, and let your geek flag fly. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.